Hello my friends, welcome back to Daniel's project. This is the 5th video of the Managing Fatigue and Recover from Training series. As I've mentioned it in all the videos before, please watch the introduction video first because this is the important element of understanding the whole or the bigger picture of recovery and managing fatigue. Now let's jump straight into the video of active recovery and mini training. First of all, we need to ask ourselves two questions. What does my fatigue look like? And what do I need to recover from? I've mentioned this already in the introduction video and it's really important to know. Is it more like a central nervous system fatigue from the day before where you lifted weights with more like 90% of your 1RM? Or is it more like a muscular fatigue from a more like hypertrophy training from the day before where you have like really heavy muscle soreness? Or do you feel like you're more like mentally fatigued or it's more like a general lack of motivation? These are some important questions you should ask yourself before you start to think about active recovery and mini training. In that regard, try to listen to your body. Obviously, it takes some time and experience to read the signs of your body properly, but I promise if you have the ability to do this, this makes things so much easier for you. Active recovery actually starts during your training or by the end of your training. This is a bold statement, I know, but please let me explain it to you. I guess most of us are warming up before training, right? We do this to prepare our body for the upcoming load. We are increasing our heart rate, we get some blood flowing, and this also makes us ready on a mental level. So one can say we use the warm-up as a way to get from the everyday life state into our training state. But right now the question is, are we doing this vice versa as well? I guess for most of us, we are not doing this. Instead of just finishing your training and moving on with the day, try to add an extra 10 to 15 minutes to your training as a proper cool down, because this cool down is the first part or the starting point of our active recovery. Use this time to get soft and loose, shake those body parts you've been working on before, and try to slowly leave the mental and physical training state. If you need some ideas, please check out my softening elements video where I shared some ideas on cool down and recovery from training. So keep in mind, this is the first part of active recovery. So in the second part, I also want to present some ways to actively recover. The second part is usually detached from the first part, so we're talking about the next day where you feel really tired or sore or achy and your muscles hurt a bit and stuff like that. Now if we talk about central nervous system fatigue, I personally prefer going to the sauna or going for a walk in nature, about 1 hour maybe, or I'm just meditating for 10 to 15 to 20 minutes. This usually helps me a lot with central nervous system fatigue. In terms of muscular soreness, achiness and stiffness, in my opinion, two rules apply here if we want to consider active recovery sessions. First, the intensity of the recovery session should be really low, and second, the session shouldn't be longer than 30 minutes because this is an additional session to your usual training schedule and we want to keep our motivation levels high. So the basic idea behind active recovery is to increase the blood flow to the muscles that were stressed on the day before. So you might want to do some light training with a low heart rate to avoid any cortisol spikes that can hinder your recovery. And if you want to work with reps, please do 30, 40, 50, 60 plus reps. You can also do some light stretching, some yoga, some mobility and flexibility work, or you can also go for a run. But keep one thing in mind, this shouldn't make you tired, it should give you energy. Just avoid one thing when you're really tired. Don't just sit on the couch all day and do nothing. At least go outside, go for a small walk or do some light stretches or do anything that keeps you a bit more active. Lastly, because I've mentioned the mental fatigue, although we are going to talk about this a bit more in detail in the further videos, figure out something to do for fun for you that gives you a very welcome mental break. Either go on a trip, do something, meet up with friends, go to a party, whatsoever. There are endless options for you. Okay guys, that's already it for the active recovery and mini training video. I hope you got some new ideas or some new insights into what I would do if I'm mentally fatigued or physically fatigued or my nervous system is fatigued. And yeah, if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this with friends or other people. Help to make this channel grow, and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.